It's not that you don't know what you want. It's not that you're lost. It's not that you lack direction. Your brain is just tired of choosing. In your 20s, life doesn't arrive with answers. It arrives with options. Every morning, you wake up carrying choices you never consciously agreed to make. Not loud ones, not dramatic ones, quiet ones, invisible ones, the kind that sit in your chest all day long. What to accept, what to resist, what to ignore, what might follow you for years. And no one tells you that this constant choosing, this silent pressure, is what slowly drains you. Not failure, not laziness, not lack of ambition, just exhaustion from deciding who you're becoming every single day. That's what makes your 20s feel heavy. People like to say, your 20s are confusing, but that word is too gentle, too simple, almost dismissive. Confusion suggests you don't understand what's happening, but most people in their 20s understand exactly what's happening. You understand that time has started to move faster, that years don't feel endless anymore. You understand that money isn't just money now. It's security, it's freedom, it's future safety. You understand that relationships aren't casual experiments anymore. They leave marks. They shape how you trust, how you love, how you protect yourself. You understand that mistakes don't disappear. They echo. And because you understand all this, every choice starts to feel heavier. Not because you're unsure, but because you're aware. Aware that one decision can redirect your entire path. Aware that walking away can cost growth, but staying can cost peace. So your mind stays busy, constantly evaluating, recalculating, second-guessing. Should I stay here, or is this comfort slowly trapping me? Should I leave now, or am I just running from discomfort? Should I chase what excites me, or protect what keeps me stable? Should I speak up, or keep the connection safe? Should I heal properly, or keep moving so it doesn't hurt as much? This isn't confusion. This is overstimulation. Your brain is processing too many futures at once, and no one teaches you how to hold all that weight without breaking. So you freeze, not because you don't care, but because you care too much. You delay decisions. You overthink simple choices. You replay conversations long after they end. Even rest doesn't feel like rest because your mind is still choosing what your life should look like. In your 20s, you're not searching for direction. You're trying to make sure you don't ruin your future with the wrong decision. And that pressure, that's not confusion. That's responsibility arriving before you feel ready for it. Psychologists call this decision fatigue. It happens when the brain is forced to make too many choices without enough rest, safety, or clarity. Dr. Roy Baumeister, a well-known psychologist, explains that every decision, even small ones, drains mental energy. And in your 20s, you're deciding who you want to be, who you don't want to become, what kind of life feels enough, what kind of pain you're willing to tolerate. That's not light thinking. That's emotional labor. So when people say, "Why are you so tired? You're young," they don't see that your brain has been working overtime just to survive uncertainty. In earlier generations, life had fewer doors. You studied, you worked, you married, you settled. Now, every door is open. And somehow, that feels scarier. Because if everything is possible, then every wrong choice feels like a personal failure. So you freeze, you scroll, you compare, you overthink, you delay. Not because you're lazy, but because your nervous system is overloaded. Psychologist Barry Schwartz calls this the paradox of choice. He explains, the more options we have, the more anxious we become about choosing the right one. Your 20s aren't overwhelming because you lack opportunities. They're overwhelming because you have too many. You open your phone. Someone is engaged. Someone bought a house. Someone is traveling the world. Someone is starting a business, and suddenly, your quiet progress feels invisible. Your brain wasn't designed to compare itself with thousands of lives every day, but now it does. So every choice feels watched, judged, measured. Even rest feels wrong. You think, if they're doing more, why am I standing still? But what you don't see is how exhausted everyone else is too. They just hide it better. This isn't physical tiredness. This is mental exhaustion. Your brain is constantly scanning for risk, regret, missed chances, future consequences. Psychologist Carl Jung once said, "The greatest burden a child must bear is the unlived life of its parents." In your 20s, you don't just carry your own expectations, you carry society's, families, the version of yourself you imagined at 16. That's heavy. So when your body shuts down, when motivation disappears, when you feel numb, it's not weakness, it's protection. No one talks about this enough. In your 20s, you're not scared of choosing, you're scared of choosing wrong, because now time doesn't reset easily. Energy doesn't refill quickly. Healing takes longer, so you delay decisions, hoping clarity will arrive. But clarity doesn't come from thinking more, it comes from feeling safe enough to choose imperfectly, and safety is rare in this decade. People love giving advice to people in their 20s. Relax, everything works out, you'll figure it out. But advice without emotional understanding feels like dismissal, because advice assumes your mind is calm. It isn't. Your nervous system is in survival mode. Psychologist Gabor Mate explains, when we are overwhelmed, the body reacts as if danger is present, even when it's emotional. So your anxiety isn't imagination, it's biology responding to pressure. Let this sink in slowly. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are living in a time where your brain is asked to do more than it was ever designed to do. Too many roles, too many expectations, too many choices. And still, you're standing. That matters. Not motivation, not pressure, not comparison. What helps is simplifying. Not your dreams, your decisions. Psychologists suggest fewer daily choices, clear priorities, accepting good enough over perfect, letting some doors stay closed, because peace doesn't come from choosing right, it comes from choosing with self-compassion. If you're in your 20s and overwhelmed, hear this. You don't need to have it all figured out. You need rest. You need patience. You need permission to move slowly. Your life is not a race. It's a process of becoming. One choice at a time. One breath at a time. Your 20s aren't confusing. They're loud. They're demanding. They're overstimulating. So be gentle with yourself. You're not failing. You're learning how to live. If this felt like it spoke to something inside you, you're not alone. This space is for healing thoughts, quiet understanding, and emotional clarity. Subscribe to help your mind breathe again.